Cambridgeshire in England is the site of the last remnants of the now vanished village of Silverley in the shape of a church tower. The remains of All Saints Church is nestled inside a very small triangular shaped woodland next to a busy main road south of Ashley village. The church was built in 1254 and by 1447 was dedicated to St Mary. Eventually it was abandoned in the 16th century, and by 1752 all that remained was the tower and some remnants of its walls. The wood around the former church was planted in 1851, and as they grew, by 1971 the trees were as tall as the tower. This prompted a report saying that the trees were dangerously tall, and someone assumed that this had meant the tower, so they began to demolish it. Thanks to quick actions by the locals, this was stopped, and thankfully it stands with us today. There have been reports of spirits and ghosts here, and a regular haunt for paranormal investigators. This prompted us to go there and see if we can find any evidence of such activity. There must be a better path through here, we've probably chosen the worst one.
Yeah, probably, because I'm sure I saw a dog walking past.
Here we are, Silverley Church. Was it All Saints Church, is it called? You really can't see it from the main road, can you?
Not at all.
You don't look too impressed.
Did you speak to Sarah?
Yeah, possibly me. Poor old Sarah doesn't look too impressed.
Why?
Lots of grief to get here. I don't know if this is going to be on a video or not.
Why is that
Because
just switched off?
I don't know. Probably you.
No, it wasn't me. It's just switched off. Huh?
Looks like lavender here.
Because I watched a Victorian documentary, so I know a little bit about it. So I was talking about it in that little bit there about, them coming over, and I was wondering why my camera switched off. Because he didn't like me talking about it.
Don't know, do you? Possible.
Well, why would it switch off like that?
Electronic stuff can be quite unpredictable sometimes.
It's never done that before, though.
Don't know.
Oh, look, there's another piece of the wall over there, to the...
Oh yes,
Can you see it?
Building.
I've got a headache now.
This must be cemetery.
Can you speak?
You say something to us. My name's Dean, this is Sarah, and that's Jenny over there. Really threatening for rain, isn't it?
Well, at least we're a little bit sheltered here, I suppose. Wouldn't want to fancy climbing up there, would you?
No, not really, no.
Hello? Do you mind us being here? Do you mind us being here? Do you mind us being here? I thought I heard something then.
Really?
I thought I heard, come here.
Ooh.
I thought I heard something then, like, come here.
Did you? That's probably Sarah.
I said, do you mind us being here?
What, you heard it as a voice?
Like, yeah, come here. Do you mind us being here?
You can get up there if you're a bit of a monkey.
No way. Unfortunately not.
I really thought about it actually. I don't mind going up there. 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 You only go so far, can't you?
You can, yeah.
There's some ancient.
I was going to say, is that some ancient graffiti?
Yeah, some here.
On the other side as well.
Could be.
Hello, is there anyone here who would like to speak to us, please, while it's quiet? Throw something, speak your name. Is there anyone here? Saxons?
Anyone?
Monks? Are there any monks here? Do you still stay here and care for your church? Where's the chancel? You couldn't find the chancel. Could you point us towards the chancel? Are there any scribes here? Who are these visitors from overseas? With their shields and their swords. Imagine how frightening that would have been.
Yeah, definitely.
Can you just imagine that in all?
Yeah,
I mean, this would have been all forest.
I guess it would.
And they'd be charging up here and just killing
Scary, really.
anything they could see. Imagine how frightening that would be.
What's that?
I'm just saying, people.
I'm just saying how frightening it would be if all this was forest, and if you saw the Vikings running up to you with their shields and their swords screaming at you, their war cry, and they're just killing and, because they want the gold. And that what they actually wanted was the land as well, because they wanted to be here, because they're like, this land is fertile, where they came from. It wasn't.
I suppose I'd get a little bit jittered seeing them running up towards me, yeah.
Yeah, because you'd probably be killed.
Yeah, I'll be a little bit disturbed.
Little bit. I'd be more than a little bit.
I'll say, what are you chaps doing here?
Is there any unrested spirits in this woods? Do you feel unrested? Would you like to meet your maker?
The following EVPs were recorded from the camera microphones, and at this time we had a dedicated audio machine recording which will be played right after the camera segment. The audio recorder reveals a lot more detail, if not slightly different results as well.
Do you feel unrested? Would you like to meet your maker? Would you like to meet your maker? Can you throw a stone if that's the truth? You'd hear something that could have been a leaf dropping.
You carry that recorder with you for a minute. I'm just going to look further back there for a second, in case you get any voices, because you can do the talking. I'm just going to walk back here a little bit.
Saying that, it feels quite cold here as well.
Yeah.
Just trying a bit further away from the church. Is there any more signs of it anywhere?
Are there any keepers of the church? Is there any lords or ladies here? Hiding?
I'd reckon that the church probably ends about here. Where the tree marks the spot. As it goes into a dip here. But chances are there are bodies, unmarked graves, all around here.
Can you speak to me? Speak into here. Would you like us to leave? Ask us to go.
No sign of anything down there, it's just green when you're in.
Yeah.
But I reckon that's where that. I reckon where that tree is. You can see where the tree is. It goes into a dip, suggesting that's where the building ended. About that area there. It'll make sense.
Yeah.
But I imagine these are all unmarked graves.
I mean, the bell tower's quite large, tall, isn't it? So it would warrant quite a large building.
Yeah. And it's starting to rain and the skies are blue.
But a bit of everything.
In my hair and even on my shoe.
It's quite sweet. There's a little tree look up there, is it? On top, growing.
Yeah.
Twigs getting in your hair.
It's a big old lump.
I just washed my hair, that's why. I just plopped it on top.
That's it.
Do some tree hugging. Do some tree hugging. You do get some energy coming off this.
You feel energy?
No word of a lie, yeah. You do feel grounded.
At one with nature.
How long have you stood here, my friend?
I think he's saying, count my rings.
I think he's been here about not that many.
Oh, 150 years maybe.
Yeah.
Got some friends as well. Well, what do you think then, Jen?
I think it's a great place of history, and I'm trying to imagine how. I think it's got an atmosphere about it, definitely. I think that there was a lot of activity, apparently, so Dean says, and I think if we came here at night, we'd get probably even more.
It's a shame it's stuck right in the middle of a wood. It's sort of good and bad. It's a nice bit of history going to rack and ruin, but there's a lot of places like that. But I think Spider, I think probably worth coming during the night. Just give it a go for a few hours. Probably be quite active. Otherwise, at the moment, I thought I heard a voice once or twice, and Jenny has. So at the moment, it's a bit of a hit and miss one again.
And it's got its cold and not so cold spots as well.
Yeah. And I don't know why, but I find it extra spooky when you've got a church here and it's possibly surrounded with all these unmarked graves of people gone back hundreds of years or whatever. And maybe that's their spirits what's haunting this area today. Anyway, we're going to take the video back and we'll see what we get, won't we, Jen?
Yeah, we'll see.
Anyway,
that's
so
why fingers crossed we're going to get some good EVPs, voices, etc.
Yeah. So Sarah's behind the camera. She's saying goodbye. Goodbye. We're saying goodbye as well. And thanks for joining us on this one. If it gets out, I've got to say it pretty obviously now. If you get voices, you'll be watching this. If you ain't got voices, you won't be watching this. All right. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.